it's live. Give it a second.
Ah, there it is.
Easy.
Why do I still hear it?
Why are you whispering?
I don't know, because I am. Alright, mute.
All right, we're live. Once I got stupid things worked out. All right, welcome back to another edition of the Arrowverse Weekly. My name is Dave. Joining me, as always, is...
I'm Kyle.
That's that guy, and I don't know why this thing is on his screen, but it's gone now. So forget that you saw that. And I went the other way, but that's okay. Yeah. All right, so yeah, we're back yet again to talk about all of the Arrowverse shows that were on this week, I should say. That would include, let's see here, Supergirl, Batwoman, and The Flash.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're on a hiatus for about a month, roughly.
Yep.
For Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 4 and 5. So, what are your feelings after parts 1 through 3?
Part of me is a little let down because it felt slow at times. But I mean, I'm glad I'm seeing what I'm seeing. I didn't ever think that there would be a Crisis on Infinite Earths miniseries basically on TV.
Sure.
The implication, maybe.
Okay.
Whatever. Implications of everything, I mean, that has happened so far, and with with everything that happened at the end of episode 3, I have a feeling where I think they're going to go, but I don't think they are going to go that route anymore. And we'll get into that once we get there.
Okay. All right, so when the episodes begin, we're taken to parallel Earths 9, 66, and 89.
Mm-hmm.
89, of course, is Tim Burton's Batman, which you heard the music. I don't know how you can mistake it for anything else. And then you had, what's that guy's name?
Alexander Knox.
Knox, yes, Knox. waiting for the big guy to show up to the call, even though the bat signal looked very Batwomanish and not Batman.
Yeah, and he was also holding a newspaper that said Batman defeats the Joker.
Well, yeah, there could be a duplicate Joker right at that point.
Mm-hmm.
It's only been 20 years. I'm old.
30.
Shh. Let me have my delusions. Earth 66, of course, is Batman 66 with Adam West and Burt Ward, who was walking his dog.
I'm gonna say it's Ace.
It's not Ace. Maybe it's Ace. Of course, then he does one of his flinging catchphrases.
Holy crimson skies of death!
Yeah, right. Pretty dark. And then Earth 9, we got a glimpse of
the Titans
with Hawk and Jason Todd Robin in action. Clearly not our Titans, I would assume, because all of these Earths we're watching be destroyed. So,
yeah. So I mean, something's gonna happen. Like Go ahead.
Unless Kara gets her way and she can somehow bring back Earths, which I don't think is possible.
No.
Yeah, they're not actually including our Titans. It's just a little Easter egg nod to, yeah.
It was nice to see that because I mean there were rumors saying that Titans are going to show up and then it was like debunked that they're not, which technically they didn't because this was all like footage from like past episodes that they were on.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, it worked. I got a little kick out of it. So it was fine by me. And then we jump to Earth 38. Begins with Supergirl's episode, so it makes sense.
Yep.
Brainy detected the antimatter wave coming towards Argo City, birthplace of one Jonathan Kent, the new Jonathan Kent, I should say. I predicted this. I said they would not know if Superman and Lois survived, and that they were all there. Unfortunately, Kara's mom, Allura, did not survive. Rest in peace, Erica Durance. We love you.
One of her.
She's not actually dead. I shouldn't say that. Rest in peace, Allura.
Yeah. But I mean, even before that, we had Kara with one of the shape-shifting animals from last season with Will Wheaton holding the sign from Superman 2.
Will Wheaton. Professing Doomsday declaration saying that even Supergirl can't save us, but she just saved him from a giant dragon / lizard.
Yeah. And then Argo City is destroyed.
Right. Not before Clark and Lois are able to send Jonathan off in escape pod just as the wave wipes out Argo, which led me to believe that Jonathan Kent is going to play the Alexander Luthor role in Crisis, but I was wrong.
Yeah. I saw a lot of people saying that, and I'm glad that didn't happen.
Sure.
Because with the whole thing of Lois and Clark getting their own series again, I would like to see them tackle Parenthood.
I wouldn't
like this.
I wouldn't.
I know some people wouldn't, but I mean, I also if he ages rapidly to the age that Jonathan is in the comics, I think that'd be okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with that
too. But I don't want him to be the Alexander Luthor role because he turns evil.
I also don't want him to be a baby on the show. Babies on dramas like that, like, it seldomly works out well. Kind of slows the stories down, kind of makes things that you normally would be like easy to let go, and your suspension of disbelief gets stretched pretty far.
Right.
Like, who's watching the baby when, blah, blah, blah. It gets a little difficult. You need frames for your posters. I'm just going to say it. All right.
I'm sorry. I also got my... Oh, you can't see because of the chair.
I see
right in the middle.
Two Millennium Falcon boxes.
But,
yeah.
I mean, I need also a thing for the lightsaber, too. Like what you have.
Is that my same lightsaber?
Yes, same one.
Luke Green. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Back to Earth 1. Harbinger. Lila brings Barry, Kate Kane, Sarah Lance, and Ray Palmer of Earth 38, as well as to Earth. Yes. To Earth 38, as well as the rescued Kents from Argo, but Allura was not spared. She also had previously brought. I said
Oliver and Mia.
Yeah, Oliver and Mia. Yeah, and that's everybody.
That is it. Yep.
Yeah. Looking at my notes. Um, Harbinger briefs them all about the anti-monitor, and then the quantum tower shows up, and that's when she brings Barry, Sarah, and Ray.
Mm-hmm.
And they explain that this is a good thing, not a bad thing. We have to protect it, and then we get to see shadow demons being fought.
Which I'm glad we didn't get to see. We didn't get to see the whole form of them.
Sure.
It was pretty quick, so that means that saved them some money.
Yeah. I don't know. I think they kind of cashed out in these episodes, to be honest.
Their season budget was spent on this. Yeah. This and the season finales.
Right. Alex goes to Lena to try to work on evacuating Earth 38 through those portals, that big giant portal that she was working on. They find that Jonathan's pod landed on Earth 16. So Lois, Sarah, and Brainy leave to go get him. Brainy is fantastic in this episode, very funny.
Yeah, they go, and that Earth 16 is also in the year 2046, which the Legends traveled to in season 1.
I remember.
But
that's that's not the Green Arrow future where the Green Arrow is Diggle's kid, right?
Yes, that is.
That is, okay.
Yeah,
and Oliver has one arm.
Yep.
But now in this one, he's got a cybernetic arm.
Correct, which he did have in that Legends episode.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Yeah, he put it on when he went.
He put it on. That's right. That's right. Yeah, so they're in the future, and Oliver is kind of distraught, and Sarah actually kind of saves him. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter. He's dead anyway. The whole Earth explodes, but back on Earth 38, Oliver passes the mantle to the Green Arrow to Mia, gives her a costume and everything. He also learns that Barry is fated to die, and then goes and fights the Monitor about all of these things, about the deal and everything they made, and then he just kind of sends them away. He doesn't really tell them anything, right? He just
he's just he calls for Novu, and then that's the only interaction that he and Barry really have that whole episode.
Yeah.
So it was weird because it's we haven't seen each other since in a while, and this is it.
Yeah. I didn't. I'll be honest. I don't like them crossing the fourth wall and calling this a crossover.
They do that on Legends, so it fits with Sarah, but it doesn't fit with Killer Frost.
Right. Her saying that about Ralph, I'm like, no, don't say that. That ruins the fun. What are you talking about?
It works with Legends because they mentioned how they didn't get called for last year's crossover.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. They made a whole point. It's guess we weren't called for the annual crossover.
I have all hiatus to catch up on last season.
Well, that's why you got me.
Yeah. Okay, so then the heroes make their stand at the tower against all the shadow demons while the Earth is being evacuated.
Which they did pretty fast, I can tell you that much. They got a lot of people away.
I should have written down the numbers of how many people died, though. But I did write down a specific number we'll get to in a second.
Mm-hmm.
Oliver's being told by the Monitor that all the people they can save are saved, and we have to go now. Oliver's able to, nullify the Monitor's powers with an arrow. He shoots at him, stays behind, and fends off more
shadow people.
Right. And then we go back to Earth 1, where Lois's team returns with Jonathan. And then the Monitor brings in a dying Oliver to say his goodbyes, saying this is not how he was supposed to die, that kind of stuff. And then Oliver deceased after saving an extra 3 million people.
Billion.
Is it billion?
They saved 2 billion, but with his dying act, he saved another billion.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so it was a total of 3? Okay, my bad. Well, there you go. He saved 1 billion lives with just his life.
Although it doesn't matter.
Right. Nash appears as the pariah, saying events have changed and everything is doomed.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he's called the pariah, for those that don't know, because he's the reason why the Anti-Monitor is released. And he's no longer Nash, so get that out your head.
Yeah, and that a little bit of that backstory is explained in part 3 too. That he does, I guess we're just gonna talk about it, but he doesn't remember.
Mm-hmm.
His memories of Nash are blocked, and he doesn't remember how to open that portal on Earth 1. So a powered up vibe by the hand of the Monitor helps Pariah remember the code to get in, which I was right about that. I'll say it now. That Monitor was going to give Vibe his powers back.
Oh, right. Okay,
so that was the end of night 1.
Night 1, that's Supergirl. Then we move to Batwoman, where, as we assumed, we'll meet future Bruce, the future Bat. This is kind of where the talk of all of the Paragons gets brought up, right? This one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Correct.
So they have to find the Paragons. To help them, they get a Mick Rory and his Wave Rider, because they need a ship from Earth 74.
Yep. With Wentworth Miller coming back to voice the ship.
Voicing, yeah, he is, yes. Weird.
Which I was very giddy when that happened, because I don't think anyone knew about it.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like a real good, genuine surprise.
Yeah, that was cool. Oliver's death can't be undone by the Monitor because the Anti-Monitor's growing power is kind of sucking his power away. The Monitor consults the Book of Destiny and learns the 7 Paragons could turn the tide. 2 have already been found, Sarah and Kara. But to find 2 more, Clark, Lois, and Iris have to track down another Supermans, while Kate and Kara locate the Batman of Earth 99. Making matters worse, Lex has stolen the book and is going multiverse to multiverse, killing Supermen.
Mm-hmm. With a nice homage to the death of Superman.
Yes.
In the making.
Yes, he encounters Earth 167's Clark Kent and kills him, and then finds Earth's 96 Superman, Brandon Ruth, at the same time that Clark and Lois are there. Forces the Kryptonians to fight each other using the Book of Destiny, until Lois kind of breaks through Earth 96's Superman. This is hard to talk about. This is hard to explain, I should say. Lois breaks through to Earth 96's Superman, and he stops fighting. And yay!
Hey!
Meanwhile, Super Friends, get it? Meanwhile, Kate and Kara locate an aged Bruce Wayne being defended by an open-shirted Luke Fox.
Ripped Luke Fox.
Which Kara calls cute, and Kate's just like, no, too weird.
No.
Too weird.
My only friend.
Pretty funny. I thought that was pretty funny. Kara was into him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Bruce is crippled. This is Kingdom Come Bruce.
This is Kingdom Come, but not on the same Earth as.
No.
Which is interesting.
Right.
But yeah, it's fun.
Yes.
I would have actually preferred him to be on the same Earth to be like that, but
then
story-wise, it doesn't make sense.
Right. I kind of think it's like a cross-up between Kingdom Come and Dark Knight Returns. Excuse me.
Yeah, because he quoted Dark Knight Returns.
The flag, and the yeah.
And I think he also might have quoted Kingdom Come too.
I think
either that or Brandon did.
Yeah. Kate tries to convince him to become a hero again, but that's when Kara learns he killed this Earth's Superman, leading to a big confrontation wherein Bruce is accidentally murdered.
The murder bat is murdered.
Right, murder bat murdered. We get over that pretty quick.
Yeah,
It's like,
we also every live action version of Batman is a murderer.
yeah, what's the
I'll
deal?
just let that sink in.
What is the
Like-
deal?
Like no matter what, like I would have hoped to have Kevin Conroy be a different version of Batman, which he is, but not one where he murders everyone.
Yeah,
Like, and it's just because of his version of Kate died.
Right.
So that's what snapped him, or made him snap. But it also doesn't make sense. I guess they were really close. They would have had to have been really close for her to mean that much.
I'm willing to bet we'll get a digital comic from a lot of these Earths in the summer. Explaining some of these backstories. Why not? It's a way to make money.
It is. I mean, and they're also coming out with 2 tie-in comics. One that's actually coming out on the 15th, and then one I think the week after. It's like it's going to be like a 23-page news story and a reprint of I think number 7 of Crisis on Infinite Earths that has the death of Supergirl on it.
Oh, cool.
And sorry, that story is also written by Mark Guggenheim and Marv Wolfman. Marv Wolfman.
Merv.
Merv.
All right, where were we? Okay.
We get back to the Wave Rider after they find out Batman's a murderer, and he's
right. Actually,
murdered.
I was gonna go elsewhere. Sarah, Barry, Mia, and Legends member John Constantine
Yay!
take Oliver's body to a Lazarus pit on Earth 18,
Yay!
where they run into a maybe pre-scarred or never scarred.
It is.
Jonah Hex.
Yeah, it's definitely pre-scarred. And when she says, "You'll eventually get this scar,"
Yeah,
I liked.
They try to resurrect him, but the antimatter prevents them from being able to bring his soul back right there as they would have wished. Of course. Now we're back to the Wave Writer, where Ray builds a Paragon detector, which is awesome, which identifies Kate as the Paragon. She had to go through that trial to become the Paragon. Unbeknownst to everyone else, though, Harbinger is approached by the Anti-Monitor.
Yep. And, I mean, we also get a very nice interaction between Superman 96 and the Atom.
Yes. Is that also where Kara sees him too? And she's
she's like, "Oh, Ray, you've beefed up," and Tyler's like, "No, this is your cousin."
Yeah,
sort of.
Because she's like looking at him flirty, like,
yeah,
like, let's stop this right now.
Yeah, because I think what was it? It was back during the Invasion crossover. Ray made a comment about, "Oh yeah, she kind of looks like my cousin."
Yeah,
which was all point back to Superman.
This crossover is leading me to believe that Supergirl's getting kind of thirsty.
Well, she hasn't been in a relationship since Mon-El left in season 3. Spoilers.
Let's get over Mon-El. Dave is available.
Dave and Brainy. Well, actually, we don't know about Brainiac 5 anymore.
No, Brainy's not available.
Well,
he's no Brainy. But when Wynn comes back, let's go back to that. I would enjoy that.
You want her and Wynn?
I was digging the Wynn and Kara stuff. It kind of reminded me of Buffy and Xander.
Oh,
I don't want her to be with British reporter guy.
No, and that's where you're looking. That's where they want you to look, and I'm glad he hasn't shown up in a while.
Yeah,
but
all right,
I don't want that either.
Back to the crossover. Episode 3 is the Flash episode, and that starts with our first look at the Huntress in many years from Birds of Prey, and she's running from rooftop to rooftop to escape the red skies. I don't know.
Yeah, from and they were on Earth 203, which I want to say 2003 is when Birds of Prey premiered. So that's a very nice callback, and it was New Gotham.
What was the
Neo Gotham?
We didn't even talk about Smallville. Let's go back a second.
No one knows. No one has figured it. It might be because it was 1967 was when the creators of Smallville were born. So it was like a little not to
Because
them.
what, it was 197 or something like that.
167.
Yeah, I was like, is that episodes? And I remember, no, they got 200
They
episodes.
had 217 episodes.
Yeah, yeah. So it wasn't that, but we didn't talk about that. So they do show us that Earth with Clark from Smallville working on the
How did
farm.
we miss that?
Yeah, we totally forgot to talk about it. Clark from Smallville is working on the farm, seemingly just another day on the farm, and then that's when Lex shows up. But he's warned first by
By the super group.
the super group, right?
Superman, Lois, and
Iris.
Iris.
They Lex is coming. He's like, the president's coming. That's a nice touch.
I didn't know the president was in town.
Yeah, right. And then they get poofed away by Lex.
Well,
after
Tyler was also like, I can chop wood with one hand.
Mm-hmm.
And Smallville Clark is winded, sweating, and he's wearing work gloves.
Some clues, right?
Yeah. and then they're poofed away by
Lex in his Book of Destiny.
Don't you know Clark? Lex Luthor.
Yeah, they have a good confrontation in which it seems like Lex is getting the upper hand here. He's going to kill him no matter what. But then we get a big bombshell that Clark gave up his powers. And you'll never get that Clark in the Superman costume ever.
No. Never again.
That's funny.
Never, ever.
And the Lex actually lets him live because he's not a problem anymore, so he just leaves. Doesn't matter. That Earth's gone anyways. But Lois comes up and says the girls are looking for you, and they made a mess, and they want to show you it, type of thing. And nice moment between Lois and Clark from Smallville. But they're dead, so forget it. All right, on to the Flash episode. Yes, we did get to see Huntress talking to Barbara. I believe that was the voice of Barbara.
It was, and because that actress. I know she was on Saw 3, but I don't remember.
Saw 3, Starship Troopers, bro.
I remember her from Saw 3 and Birds of Prey. That's all I know. But
Friends, she dated Joey on Friends.
Great. But no, she did tweet out that she did come back for that, and it was a very nice thing that they did for us.
Well,
watched it.
It's kind of cool. Smallville got its close.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to get the close to another series here. Not necessarily Birds of Prey, but we'll get to it in a second. In a very emotional moment. But Ray's Paragon detector identifies Barry, Jean Jones, and Ivy Town scientist Ryan Choi as the remaining 3 Paragons. Mm-hmm. So Ray, Iris, and Ralph leave to recruit Choi. And then the Monitor restores Cisco's powers at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Team Flash and Pariah return to the chamber that Nash found, where they find an antimatter generator and Earth 90's Flash powering it. What is he running on?
He is running on Speed Force.
No, what is the machine he's running on?
Oh, so it's a very good callback to the Cosmic Treadmill.
Yes.
But who's running on it is the Earth 90 Flash that we saw disappeared from last year's crossover.
Correct. Barry Allen of Earth 90, who is also looks a lot like Barry's Earth 1 father.
And Jay Garrick.
Garrick, right.
And up to this point, Jay Garrick is gone.
Right.
Because all the other Earths are gone. So, right. But it would have been nice to know about Earth 3.
They did find out that Earth 2 was destroyed. There was one moment.
3 episodes in.
One moment where they briefly grieve for Wells and his daughter.
Harry's dead, and Jesse.
Right. Moving on. Like they did. They're able to free him, but then the generator starts going critical, so Pariah brings them Black Lightning to contain the energy long enough so that Barry could say his goodbyes and then jump on the treadmill. This is when Jefferson, Black Lightning, learns that his Earth is destroyed along with his entire family. Which I haven't watched the show, but aren't his kids crucial to that show?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And also, I guess a little side story to the Black Lightning thing. I fast forward fast forwarded through most of Black Lightning, that episode that led into it. It involved Earth 1 and Earth 2. But at the end of that episode, we saw both Earths get wiped out by the antimatter wave, and then you saw the antimatter wave come towards Pierce and his family, and then you see Pierce teleported away, but then you see his family wiped out, and then you see a Marie appear in the anti-monitor layer.
Interesting.
So I guess there was a version of Jefferson Pierce on Earth 1, but that has been since wiped out.
But at that point, Earth 1 was still there.
Earth 1 was still there, but it wasn't until the end of this episode where everything made sense.
Okay. So Barry's trying to say his goodbyes while Jefferson attempts to delay the explosion, I guess, the generator from going critical. But Earth 90 Barry stops him and destroys the generator himself, sacrificing himself, leaving behind only the lightning crest on the treadmill. But he succeeds in what he was supposed to do. Barry lives, but Barry dies.
That's not confusing.
Right. Elsewhere, Constantine, Mia, and Diggle visit Earth 666 and speak with Lucifer, who the actor had denied for weeks that he did it, and then apologized after, saying, I had to say no, I'm sorry for lying. But that was a cool moment. Lucifer digging on Mia kind of into it. Using his Lucifer ways, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But they're there to get Oliver's... Sorry, go ahead.
Have you seen any of Lucifer?
No.
Okay. Because I've watched the first season and I saw some of season 2, but that is very much the Lucifer character from that show. So it was nice that he was on there, and that that Constantine helped out with one of Lucifer's associates. So there's a backstory between these two that I want to see.
Comic books.
Exactly.
Because Earth 666 no longer exists. Anyway.
Well, did you see the Watchmen Easter egg on the billboard?
No.
Oh, there was a Watchmen Easter egg on the billboard. So there was another DC property involved. It was just a billboard for Watchmen.
Oh, okay.
But it was a nice little Easter egg.
So like Earth 666 has the TV show essentially?
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. All right. Get HBO on Earth 666. They're there to retrieve Oliver's soul, which they find in Purgatory. Mm-hmm. Leanne Yu. Before they can leave with it, after reminding Oliver of who they were, it was very simple, actually. It was not very difficult at all.
Yeah, as they said, it might be really hard to do. John, just talk.
Right, Farrell resurrected Oliver as nothing like the Jason Todds of the past, or who else? Sarah wasn't his sister?
Sarah, Thea,
and Roy. Yeah. Oliver apparently had no issues coming back, but it is at this point in Purgatory, that Jim Corrigan appears to pass along the Spectre's powers to Oliver, which he accepts. Mm-hmm. We should have seen this coming.
I should have, yeah.
Because they never showed us anything about the Spectre. They never showed us footage of Jim Corrigan or nothing. Leading, like, what is this guy going to do? When are they going to bring him in? Maybe it's the second part, and then we haven't seen many pictures from the second parts. The after hiatus stuff. But yeah, no, Oliver, the way he comes back is he's going to be the Spectre, and I think that's where we're going to find him when he gets reunited with Felicity that they showed at the end of season 7.
Correct.
Of Arrow. I think that's what they're going to show. Really takes Felicity to see Oliver.
Yep. So in this version of Jim Corrigan, Constantine made a little quip. He's saying like, "Oh yeah, I'm Jim Corrigan," and Constantine's like, "Not the one I know."
Yeah.
So this is a alternate version of Jim Corrigan in Purgatory.
Yeah, which is weird.
Yeah.
So the heroes all regroup. The Anti-Monitor sends a brainwashed, I guess, like possessed is more the word. Harbinger to attack him. They figure it out, but not before the Monitor sacrifices himself to stop Harbinger, acting as the Anti-Monitor. He succeeds in destroying the entire multiverse, and before he is killed, everybody on the Wave Rider is destroyed, by the way.
Correct. Aside
from the Paragons, which Pariah sends to the Vanishing Point to keep them all safe.
Woo!
Which
we haven't seen since Legends season 2.
2, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing with trying to bring back Captain Cold, right? Or something like that.
Because I know at the end of season 1, this is where they blew it up.
Right. Oh, yeah.
So I want to say they did return in one episode of yes, Vanishing Point was in season 2 of Legends because that was where the hideout of Eobard Thawne and the Legion of Doom was. So yes.
So everybody, this cliffhanger, everybody can breathe a sigh of relief. Our Paragons are saved.
Woo.
There's one chance they can still save everybody. I have no idea what that. No, nope. Sorry. Superman starts to die. Something is flowing from him. There's a little homage to when Superman holds Supergirl in the comic book. Nice little moment there. Supergirl holding this Superman, Earth 96 Superman, of course. Before they were eliminated, Superman, Tyler Hoechlin Superman, Earth 38 Superman, let's try to get things straight here, said that they'll fight to the end, and they're all pretty, whatever. They're all ready to go. Barry, not having to sacrifice himself, still has to realize that Iris is gone. Anyway. So Earth 96 Superman is dying. He dies, disappears, and Lex appears with the book, saying
with the Count of Monte Cristo.
Right. Having used the book to replace Earth 96 Superman, saying they needed him, and then it ends with, "So what do we do now?"
Yeah.
The end.
We have to wait a month, just like an actual comic book.
Stupid.
It is. I mean, I would have rather them all done it all at once, but it's nice.
Right. One thing I didn't mention that we should have mentioned was that before Barry from Earth 90 dies, he gets to conclude his story. They show a flashback from the series with his wife, Tina McGee. Awesome moment. Just fantastic. And the actress that played Barbara was Dina Meyer. That's what I was
That's
it. Just a cool moment to see Amanda Pays as Tina McGee again on Earth 90 and how young that version of Barry was at the time. John Wesley Shipp in the 90s did look young at one point. Although he still looks like Dawson's dad to me. Nothing's really changed there.
I mean, he'll always be, well, I didn't watch the Flash show growing up. I caught episodes here and there, but it wasn't until the Flash, 2000. This Flash is where I went back and rewatched it.
I was gonna say, yeah, you could. It's all there.
Yep, I also got it on DVDs.
Sorry, what?
I also got it on DVDs.
DVDs. I don't know what that was.
You wouldn't unless you watched Metalocalypse.
Okay. I thought it was a cool moment when we're introduced to Sarah and Ray at the trivia night, and they changed the future so the song was wrong. I thought that was funny.
It was funny. I love that. I also loved the Batmobile, the fin of the Batmobile.
Fin, yeah.
Which Mark Guggenheim tweeted out a photo that it's the '89 Batmobile, but it's just covered up,
right?
Which is nice.
The Ray, you got to see the Ray also again. He returned. Russell Tovey as the Ray, excuse me. Just as his Earth is being destroyed.
Yeah, which is okay. It's Earth X. No one wants an Earth of Nazis anyway.
With just one hero, the Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else we missed?
There was for 3 nights there was a lot. But they didn't. And all the big name cameos were just cameos, except for Brandon Routh.
Which is what we thought. Yeah.
Yeah, except for Brandon Routh and Tom Welling. Those were pretty big, especially Brandon Routh's Superman. But and Kevin Conroy's. Kevin Conroy's was in there a lot more than what I thought.
Yeah, and it was interesting.
Yeah.
So I I have read that Stargirl is going to still be in the crossover.
Okay.
We did get the teaser trailer for Stargirl. I was impressed at who was in that show.
Yeah. Holy crap.
I forgot. I mean, these are like 90s rom-com actors. So,
well, I mean,
you've got Amy Smart and Joe McHale as Starman. I read Luke Wilson, of course, we see in it. That's Courtney's dad, or stepfather. Wildcat was cast. Dr. Midnight is cast.
They've got the whole JSA, I think, except for Dr. Fate.
Sportsmaster was cast.
Wow, they're actually doing Sportsmaster.
Interesting. They had to eventually. Tigress is cast.
Okay.
What did I just saw another one. Dragon King. These are the Injustice Society members.
I've never heard of Dragon King.
Our Man was cast. Lou Ferrigno Jr.
Okay.
Yeah. So lots to look forward to. The costume looks great. They always do. The pilot is written by Jeff Johns, and that's coming in 2020.
Yep. First premiering on the DC Universe app,
right,
and then going to the CW with commercials and everything.
Right. In November, it was announced that she would be in the crossover. So
okay,
I'm pretty sure that's a guarantee.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, speculation-wise, after they semi-defeat the Anti-Monitor and they're on New Earth, is where we'll see Stargirl and all the heroes come back. Because no one's really dead. It's comic books, people.
Right. Something will happen. But I feel like we mentioned, this is a way to get everybody on to Earth 1. Hopefully Jefferson gets his family back at least.
I mean, if they're doing what I think they're doing, they are going to have the family come back.
What city does he work out of?
And well, like the actual show or him like the character himself.
The show.
I know production is in Atlanta. The show I thought was like in Detroit.
I thought the show was Detroit too, but that's also where
Static is.
No. What's her name?
Vixen.
Vixen. That's where she was operating out of.
Freeland.
Yeah. It doesn't say it in here. Garfield High School. We'll figure it out. I'm going to try to catch up with all of that.
I think it's Freeland.
Yeah, I'm going to try to catch up with all of that before the hiatus.
Yeah, that's 2.5 seasons, but I think they're all 13 episodes each, so it'll go by pretty
Legends.
Easy. Plus Legends? Oh, you'll be fine.
Yeah, sure. All right, so we'll be back. We're not going to come back until Crisis comes back, until the shows come back, so we'll be back in January. To be exact, January 14th is when the final 2 episodes air. That's a Sunday, I believe.
Correct.
So we'll be back that Friday to wrap it all up for you. Do us a favor, like the channel, follow the channel so you stay tuned to when we go live every Friday, when the shows are airing, of course. We do this every Friday. Follow our mothership podcast, Atomic Geekdom. You can find it on anywhere you get podcasts, plus Spotify now. Last week we did a very cool interview, or I did a cool interview with a fellow writer / podcast host that we met at Ace Comic Con in Chicago. Good interview, good time, lots of fun. Great gal. She likes Peggy Carter, so I think calling her a gal is appropriate.
I would hope so.
Follow us and subscribe on YouTube as well in case you missed the live streams of these. You can go back. I'll post this up before Saturdays are done. I'll get it up and posted so that way it's all there and you can see it all. I think that's everything. Kyle, if people want to talk to you on social medias.
You can follow me at KyleKrause89 on Twitter. You can also listen to me on Atomic Geekdom and on the Legends TV Talk podcast, which hopefully we'll be doing one shortly, soon, maybe.
I would assume so, yeah.
I'm hoping, unless we're waiting until it's all said and done, but I don't want to.
At Atomic Geekdom on other social medias, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Again, YouTube, and of course this Twitch channel. Please like and subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow. We're not a partner, so we can't, or affiliate. We can't do the follow thing or subscribe, I guess, is the word. But like I said, tell your friends if you enjoyed this. Join us live to talk about these things. We'd love to have you converse with us. Tell us your favorite moments of these episodes when we go back to post-crisis. When we go back to post-crisis, you can we'll break these down show by show. We will include Black Lightning, or at least I will try to. I don't know if Kyle's gonna have time to get caught up, but yeah. And at that point, Arrow will be ending, Legends will be beginning, Stargirl will be coming soon. It'll be busy.
Yeah,
we'll have lots to discuss. But until then, we must bid you all adieu.
Goodbye.